Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is February 26, 2026, and we are looking at Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 17. Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 17, it says this: a person who is passing by and meddles in a quarrel that is not his is like one who grabs a dog by the ears. You know, there is a lot going on in your environment that feels like it is necessary for you to deal with it because it's right there in front of you and it's not right, and you could fix it. You could have the right words. You could say the right thing. You could have an influence in the right way. You ever seen environments like that? I have. I've injected myself hundreds of times into people's situations where it wasn't mine to deal with. Now, don't get me wrong. I see a man beating his wife. My instinct is to step in and defend the wife. And I've been beat down for it, because I'm a little guy. But I gave her a chance to get away. Was it the right thing to do? Maybe. A person who is passing by and meddles in a quarrel that is not his own is like the one who grabs a dog by the ears. Have you ever grabbed a dog by the ears that doesn't know you? You're going to get bit. Guess what? Sometimes it's important to step in and get bit. Other times it's important to stay out of the fight. I'm not telling you don't jump in. What I'm telling you is when you step into a circumstance that's not directly connected to you, be prepared to get bit. In the world today, we have a lot of people that want to have influence over a circumstance that's not their fight. And they're shocked when they get bit. I'm not telling you don't do it. What I am saying is discernment is necessary, and understanding of consequences is critical. There are times where it's worth it to get bit. It is. And there are other times where it's not yours to deal with. And the only way you're going to know that is if you spend time reading your Bible every day. If you spend time praying every day, if you spend time listening every day, if you spend time acting on what you hear when you listen, so that you can learn God's voice, know it, and know when it's right. There have been many occasions where I've stepped into circumstances that weren't mine and gotten bit. And it was because I was outside of God's will. And there have been other times where I've stepped in and I've gotten bit, and it was God's will. And the difference between the two is how I felt about the circumstance after and how everyone else felt about the circumstance after. When I'm in God's will, things end well. When I'm outside of God's will, there's just a lot of pain, a lot of agony, a lot of despair, and a lot of chaos that everybody else gets to deal with as well. Solomon, the wisest man who ever lived, doesn't say don't meddle, but he does say be prepared to get bit if you do. Just something to think about today. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.